All right, we're gonna do a tutorial on pulling into Peak Woods Cross to load asphalt. Someone was on the scale, so I had to wait out here. And the first thing I wanna point out is if someone is on the scale, you need to give adequate room for them to pull out and get out on the road, so just make sure you're far enough back. As we pull in here, I wanna point out that this scale, there's actually not as much room as maybe you'd think compared to other places we go. So you really wanna give yourself lots of room and think very carefully about how you pull in here. I recommend you put your hazards on because you're gonna be sticking out in the road as you slowly pull on here. And don't rush. We've had a lot of guys nick the edges of this scale because they realize they pulled in wrong. You need to be willing to, fix it. You can back up and pull around and pull on another way if you need to. Just very carefully pull onto this scale. Once you're on the scale, set your parking brake, of course. Now we're gonna go inside to grab paperwork. Where you go is over to that white door over there. I'm gonna go over there, give them my load info. They'll give me my load sheet. You have to wait for the person to come. If no one's there, let us know and we'll get someone there. I'll be right back. I just went inside, got checked in. They gave me my paperwork, telling me how much to load, gave me my sample ticket thing, and told me to go to rack 1. So now I pull around. Now all the racks are over here on this side, but we have to pull around the facility in order to get going the other direction. There's 4 racks. I'm gonna fast forward through this as I pull around so you don't have to wait. So as I round this corner, we're gonna see a few of the racks over here. Rack 1's just this first one here on the left that I'm gonna pull under. 2 is over there on the left and 3's in the middle. 4 is around that building and on the other side. It gets a little busy here on 1, 2, and 3, so if there's a lot of trucks here, you gotta get out and ask these guys how they want it done, because sometimes they have to back up trucks and move things around in order to make things work. Okay, let's go get spouted. So once I pulled up and was in the right spot, you need to make sure you connect the grounding cable to your trailer, as you can see right there, and then chock your tires. Then you can come up here on the rack and got the spout in. You cannot load until they tell you that you are okay to load. So you gotta wait for them to confirm that everything's lined up. Plus, there's multiple options and they have to tell you which tank you're loading out of. So once I was spouted and Lorenzo told me I was okay to load, open your valve. He told me to use pump 100, so I turned on 100. And now we're loading. Got my loading sheet up here on the clipboard. I'm watching my meter right here. As usual, never fully trust the meter. You always need to be coming out and checking your oil level regularly. I like to put a bucket to kind of block the splashes, but I always come out and move it, check to see where my oil level is. I'm gonna walk out here multiple times as I load to make sure I'm not gonna overfill the trailer, because meters can always be wrong. They came and took the sample for me. They always sample. You don't need to do that, so you don't need to worry about that. We'll keep loading. One other thing I wanted to point out while I'm up on this rack. Notice how these are clean. Okay, these are clean because these guys clean them and try and take care of them. And so when you go to lift the rack, don't grab this with your dirty gloves. If your gloves are dirty, set them aside. Out there on that part of the rack, of course that gets dirty and that's a different story. But we want to respect the fact that these guys work hard to keep their stuff clean. You can see the railing up here. It's pretty clean as well. So just please be respectful of the rack as you're up here with your stuff. Now, of course, like any place, I got to the point where I was full. So you stop the pump, and then I shut the valve and give this, 30 seconds or so to drain. Sometimes your spout goes in the oil, so you might have to lift it up and then let it drain. Let it drip out so that you're not putting a whole bunch in that bucket. I'm gonna pull my spout out and get moved up to my next trailer. Okay, I finished. I put away my spout. Again, as I pull away, I am watching in my mirrors, making sure that that rack is up and that the spout's out of the way as I slowly pull off. Depending on how busy it is here, there's a chance you may have to back up and get around. Just make sure if that is the case, you have someone spotting you so you don't accidentally bump any of their stuff. And we're gonna pull up and get on the scale. Now that we're up here, we're gonna go into that white door and get them to punch us out. Be sure to take your paper with you with your gallons written on that you loaded. Just got out of there, got my bills. They also had a cert, be sure to grab that. You send your bill lading and tonnage and information over to dispatch, and we're gonna get out of here. One last note I should add in here before I go. If you're turning right out of this place, there's not a lot of room. You gotta take up like the whole road in order to get out there. So make sure everything's clear. Be very careful about it. Otherwise, you're gonna go off the curb and possibly hit the fence. Just make sure you take a lot of room. If you're going left, it's pretty straightforward. But if you're going right, don't underestimate that. Have a good day. Well, I hope that video was really helpful to you. If you would like, click over here. This is the subscribe button. You'll get more asphalt tips, tricks, safety videos, and stuff like that. After that, click over here to watch more of our videos so you can also become an asphalt tar master. Be safe out there and keep on hauling asphalt.